from slipping away and... "Hellfire," he growled, fisting his hands in his hair. He pulled on the strands. Pain streaked across his scalp as he fought to find level, but no way around it. Desperation had come calling. He needed a female, needed to feed before his dragon half shriveled up and died, needed to get the hell out of Montgomery's prison and figure out what the hell was going on. Why he'd been ambushed, drugged, flown goddess only knew where, and locked down. Could be any number of reasons. Could be any number of males. He wasn't the most likable fellow. Social interaction wasn't his strong suit. He preferred when his fists talked for him. But that couldn't be it. He hadn't pissed anyone off of late. He'd been careful, flown under the radar, no scuffles, no rough words exchanged. 0 footprint in Prague, a city he knew well. His mission required stealth. The quiet gathering of intel, the skilled tapping of information through informants friendly to his pack. He'd been a whisper away from the truth, from uncovering new leads and following the trail. Intel remained scarce. Most reports were sketchy, but he knew enough now. Forge was alive. His cousin was out there, somewhere. All he needed to do was find him. Right now, though, Forge was on his own. Priorities must be established. Number 1 on his ever-lengthening list involved a long, thorough feeding. He'd settle for a visit from a low-energy female, or better yet, a wee taste of one from home. Brain burning, his mind circled the drain. Memories tortured him with thoughts of Aberdeen. Goddess, he missed his brothers. Missed Scotland's open skies and the smell of Highland heaths. Longed for a return to normal, laughing with his packmates inside the Dragon's Horn, the pub he owned with his brothers in arms. All the obnoxious teasing, all the shared meals, all the comforts of home inside the lair he shared with the other Scottish dragon warriors. Good food, a soft bed and warm, willing females. The quick tempers and close camaraderie he'd taken for granted for too long. Closing his eyes, Vyroth exhaled a rough breath. He wanted to go home, wanted to see his brothers' faces instead of picturing them inside his head. Sometimes, if he concentrated hard enough, he heard their voices, listened to the laughter, tasted the scotch. The imagined chorus of his packmates sparked in the depths of his mind, urging him on. Told him to keep fighting, never surrender, to be who he'd always been, stubborn to the core, powerful and vicious, a lethal dragonkind warrior most males avoided at all costs. Vyroth huffed. Times had obviously changed, and no wonder. He'd been an idiot, believing he could fly into Europe alone. If he managed to escape and return to Scotland, Cyprus would tear a strip off him. His twin didn't suffer fools lightly. Neither did his brothers in arms. The brutal males might love him, but that wouldn't stop them. His pack would convey their displeasure in the old way, with tail, tooth, and claw, beating their displeasure into his hide while hammering home the facts. None of which he could deny. He had been foolish. He'd let his guard down, taken a night off, lost focus and his attention to detail. Though the female he bedded that evening hadn't complained. She'd received all kinds of his attention. But then his distraction had been the point, part of her job. The entire reason she'd been hired, the lead operative in a takedown, one who looked delicious in a short skirt and come-hither smile. Cursing his stupidity, Vyroth rubbed his hands over his face. Long stubble scratched over his palms. Forget the soft bed. He needed a shave. The beard made his skin itch and his temper boil. His hair annoyed him too.